Hello there and welcome back to Max World. Today's lecture we will try to construct some quadrilaterals. We will begin with 8.3 third question. We need to draw a parallelogram ABCD in which BC and AB two sides are given to us, and I need to draw along with them angle B2, that is 40 degree. Okay, so we are going to begin with side in which angle B is present. You can choose AB also, BC also, but better to choose longer one always. Okay, so draw BC first of all. After drawing BC, we will draw angle 40 degree from B. While drawing angle 40 degree, keep it in mind the reference line went BC. Okay, as I need to draw angle B and C is on the right hand side or the right side, so we will start counting from the right side 0 on the protractor. Keep it in mind. Once the angle is located, it is 40 degrees somehow, then we are going to take distance 3 centimeter in the rounder and draw point A on this arm over here, right. So once the arc is drawn, 3 centimeter is after taking 3 centimeter distance, point A will be located, and from point A and C, by taking distance first 7 centimeter, okay, and then 3 centimeter, we will locate point D with the help of rounder. Okay, so and after drawing that, join them and your quadrilateral, that is parallelogram, is ready. So let's do it with the proper construction tools. Okay, so as per our rough diagram, we are going to draw segment BC first for the given parallelogram. It is 7 centimeter, and do not forget to mention the naming of it. After that, we are given with the angle B also, right? So take the protractor, keep the center point on a B in such a way that reference line will overlap BC exactly the way you are looking in the screen. After that, as second point C is on right side, so right side 0 we will start counting and mark 40 degree as per the demand of the question. Once the point is located, now next work is to join vertex B with that point, and the angle is completed. After completing that angle, now we need to mark second side, that is 3 centimeter from point B, that is side BA. Okay, so from point B only we will mark. So arc is drawn on that angle, and that is nothing but point A of the parallelogram. Now repeat the procedure by taking the same distance 3 centimeter from point C. Okay, this will help us to locate the position of point D. Now we will take the distance of AD. Okay, and once the distance is taken properly, that is 7 centimeter, draw the arc in such a way that it will intersect the previously drawn arc from C. That intersection is nothing but point D, and now only one thing is remaining, that is to join those vertices properly to that point D. So AD is drawn. After that, we will keep a scale in such a way that point C and point D will be joined, and after joining that, our work is completed. Parallelogram is ready for us. Do not forget to write the naming and always draw the rough diagram also. Now boys and girls, we will do question number 5 of 8.3, quadrilateral BARC, BARC. I need to draw. The quadrilateral is given with one diagonal. In this situation, boys and girls, we need to draw diagonal first. That makes us some easier. Once you draw the diagonal, 2 points are already located by us, point A and point C. Now only point B and point R is remaining, right? What you're going to do, we will take point B first of all above AC and point R below AC. For that, we'll take 4.2 distance in the rounder, keep the metal tip on point A and draw arc above somewhere here. After that, without changing distance, keep the metal tip on point C and draw arc above there, and those arcs will intersect in that plane, and that intersection is nothing but point B, and then only one thing is remaining, join the sides. Okay, now point B is located. Now we'll work on for point R. After that, we'll take distance 5.6 in the rounder, keep the metal tip on point A, draw the arc somewhere here, then again change the, without changing distance, change the point, keep it on C, and then again draw the arc. It will intersect somewhere here, right? And that intersection is nothing but point R, then join the segments. In this manner we can complete the construction of quadrilateral bar. Let's do it practically now.
Boys and girls, here again the way I told you, whenever a single diagonal and remaining sides are given in a quadrilateral, we begin with the diagonal itself. So diagonal is drawn, diagonal AC, and the distance taken is 6 centimeter. Take the distance properly. After that we are gonna plot third point above segment AC and the fourth point below segment AC. If you observe the given details, you will come to know that side BA and side CA are given equal, and that is 4.2 centimeter. So take 4.2 distance in the rounder and draw arcs from point A and from point C above the segment AC. Take the distance carefully. Now once the distance is taken, you are confident enough, then you are free to draw the arcs the way I am drawing above side AC. Now repeat the procedure for point C also once you have done with point A. Once the arcs are drawn, the intersection of those arcs is nothing but point B. Keep it in mind. Now we are going to plot another point, that is a fourth point below segment AC, and that point nothing but point R. Again the distance BR and CR is given same, that is 5.6 centimeter. Take that distance in the rounder and now draw the arcs below AC, that is segment AC. These arcs will surely intersect each other, and their intersection is nothing but point R, and this is one of the easiest construction of the quadrilateral, in which 4 sides and 1 diagonal is given. So at the time you begin with the diagonal, and after drawing the diagonal, above the diagonal and below the diagonal we are going to plot third and the fourth point that is given in the detail. Once we locate third and the fourth point the way we located point B and R above and below the diagram, last thing that is remaining is to join those vertices together. Now presently AR is already joined by us, AB is also joined. Now we will join point BC and point CR also. That will make our quadrilateral complete. But do not forget to mention the details of the quadrilateral given to you in the diagram also. The way I am mentioning the values of side, the markings if they are equal, angles if it is given, and only then your diagram is completed. And over here we have drawn it completely.
I hope boys and girls you are understanding how to construct the quadrilaterals. Now we'll begin with 8.2 question number 3. We'll draw rhombus KLMN. Okay, and for that side is given 4 centimeter and angle K is 75 degree. What we are going to do, draw any of the side, because every side is equal in length, it's a rhombus, right? But better to choose side in which K is present. Why? Because angle K is given to me, right? After drawing that side including K, that is KL, now I have drawn, we will draw angle K 75 degree. Again just reminding you, keep the center point of the protractor over here on K. Reference line of the protractor should overlap on point on segment KL, and as L is on right hand side, so on right hand side 0 you will begin your counting. Okay, so 75 degree will be marked somewhere like this. Okay, after that we'll take distance 4 centimeter in the rounder. Keep the rounder tip, metal tip I mean to say, on K and mark over here somewhere. That is a third point. We can say that is point N, right? On point, without changing distance now, 4 centimeter is already taken by you. Keep the metal tip on point N, draw arc somewhere here. Keep the metal tip now on point L without changing distance. Draw the arc, and the arc will intersect somewhere here, and that will be our point M. Now one thing is remaining, join the segments and construction is completed. This is the rough diagram, boys and girls. Now let's do few things practically.
As we have decided to draw our rhombus, we will begin with base KL. Distance KL is 4 centimeters, so draw it very cautiously. press at 0, then press at 4, and then join those dots. Okay, once you draw KL, now take the protractor. Angle K is given to us 75 degree. Match the reference line of the protractor exactly on the side KL. Slowly move forward. Now we will start our counting from the 0 which is on side of L. So that's the bottom number we have to take. Once the point is marked, we will join that point with the vertex K so that the angle is completed. So in this manner we have drawn the angle K. Again I'm telling you, if I want to draw angle K and my other point is on right side, that is towards the L, so 0 which is present towards L, from that 0 we have to start counting. Always keep it in mind. Now we have to draw or locate point N. For that we'll take distance 4 cm in the rounder, the way you saw, and now keep the metal tip on K because we need to find the distance Kn. So K is there, so keep it on K and mark the arc on the angle. Now in rhombus every side is equal in length, so use that same distance, keep it on L and draw the arc. Now keep it on N and draw the arc. This will give you the point M, the way you saw in the diagram. Once the point M is also located by marking 4 cm from point L and N, now the time has come to join those points, that is draw segment NM, then draw segment LM, and once you have drawn it, your rhombus is completed. Do not forget to mention important details in the diagram the way you're looking in it.
Now we are heading towards the easiest question of your exercise, that is to draw a square. We know that every angle of the square is right angle, right, 90 degree, and every side is equal, so we can draw with any side first, right? I've chosen WX. 5.2 distance is taken properly with the help of scale. After that I'm going to draw 90 degree at point W also, at vertex X also, in this manner. Once 90 degrees drawn, I'm going to take 5.2 distance in the rounder, keep the metal tip on point W and put arc over here on that side. After that, without changing distance, keep the metal tip over here on point X, draw the arc, and voila, you get the point Z and point Y, remaining 2 points, right? And join these 2 points now and your square will be ready for you. Okay, so let's do it practically. I hope you all are ready with your geometry box.
So as per our rough diagram, boys and girls, we will draw side WX first of all. In a square every angle is 90 degree, so our next target is to draw right angle at the vertex that we have located, that is vertex W and vertex X. Be very careful while drawing these angles. The reference line at the bottom should overlap exactly on the side WX, and then mark 90 degree. It is the easiest angle to locate or to draw. Once the points are located by you, join those points with the vertex we have, that is W and vertex X. Once these locations are joined by the vertices that we have, that is W and X, now take distance 5.2 in the rounder. Even half mm distance too should not be missed by you, so be very cautious while taking this distance. Once the distance is taken by you and you are very sure about it, keep the metal tip of the rounder on one by one, first on vertex W, mark the distance on the angle drawn, the way I'm doing presently now. Yes, and now without changing the distance, keep the metal tip on vertex X and mark the distance again, that is by drawing arc on the angle. These arcs are nothing but point Z and Y. Now last work is remaining, that is to join these point Z and Y. Once you join it, our square is completed. Now last work, name the points, name the distance, mark the angles, and then we can say our diagram is completed.
Next question is first question of 8.2. We need to draw a rectangle ABCD. Same thing. What 90 degrees there, right? Each angle is 90 degree. So you can draw any of the side, but begin with the bigger one, that is the longer one. AB is drawn. From point A and from point B, I'm gonna draw 90 degree now over here, right? After drawing this 90 degree, I'm gonna take 4.5 distance in the rounder. Why? In a square, every side was equal, so same distance was taken, that is 5.2 in the previous one. Over here now, breadth is given 4.5, so I'm going to take 4.5 distance in the rounder. Keep the metal tip on point A, draw the arc on this arm. Without changing distance, keep the metal tip on point B, draw the arc over here, and then points will be located, right? And after that, join those located points and your construction is done. Rectangle is ready. Okay.
So boys and girls, according to our rough diagram, we will draw segment AB first of all, name the points. After that, we know every angle of rectangle is 90 degree. So from point A and point B, we will draw 90 degree. Don't forget to overlap reference line exactly on segment AB. Only then your angle will be perfect, or there will be no mistake while drawing the angle. Now repeat the procedure by keeping the protractor on point B. Once the 90 degree is marked, your half work is already done if it is marked properly. Now next work is to join those marked location with the vertex that we have already looking at. That is point A, that is vertex A and vertex B. For rectangle, length and breadth both are given to us. Now next work to mark the breadth, that is 4.5 from point A and point B. Take the distance properly in the rounder the way you're looking at the screen. Once the distance is taken properly, keep the rounded metal tip on point A and mark the arc, that is location of point D, on that arm. Repeat the procedure by keeping the metal tip on point B and without changing distance. Once point C and D are located, now last work is to join them so that most of the rectangle is completed. After joining them, don't forget to mark the angles and the values of side given to you all. Only then your rectangle is completed.
8.1 question number 4. I need to draw quadrilateral LMNO, and to our surprise the question is same as that of bark, if you observe, right? One diagonal, that is OM, and 4 sides are given to us. So to make us some easier, we will be drawing OM first. From OM, I'm gonna locate point O above the segment OM, and I'm going to locate point N below segment OM. How I'm going to locate? Now I'm going to take 6 centimeter distance in the rounder. Keep the metal tip on point O. Draw the arc above. Same thing, without changing distance, I'll keep the metal tip on point M. Draw the arc above, and then intersection will be point L. Voila! And this is the intersection joined towards the point O and M, and sides are found, right? Now only fourth point is remaining, that is point N, right? It will be drawn or located below segment OM. So same thing, take distance 4.5, draw the arc from point O, point M, and the intersection will be point N, and construction will be completed. I hope you understood, because it's the second time we are doing, right? So let's do it practically.
So as per our plan, we are going to draw diagonal OM first of all. Always keep it in mind, when one diagonal is given, we draw the diagonal only first of all. The 7.5 is drawn properly. While drawing this segment, boys and girls, again keep it in mind, don't miss even half mm too. The next thing we have to do, we will plot point L above the segment OM the way I informed you, by taking the distance 6 centimeter, because OL and ML are same in length. Now the intersection of these two arcs is nothing but point L, and that is already marked by me. After that, below the segment, we are going to mark point N, and for that we will take distance 4.5, because ON and NM both are equal and it is given 4.5. Draw the arc, and the intersection of the arc is nothing but point N, the way it is shown to you all. The last step is to join the segment, that is OL and LM, similarly ON and NM, and then your quadrilateral is ready with the proper measurements and all. After completing the quadrilateral, do not forget to mention the values of the sides onto it, and remember the shortcut. Whenever one diagonal is given and remaining sides are given to you, we begin with the diagonal itself. Don't forget it.
Now here we are with the third question of 8.1, and to draw ABCD, and this time 3 angles are given to us and 2 sides are given. Okay, so you can choose any one side in which two angles must be present, right? Okay, you can choose any one because ABC are 3 points and all 3 angles are given to us, right? So I'm going to choose the longer one, that is AB. After drawing AB, I'm going to draw angles, right? From point A, 70 degrees somewhere like this. Counting will be beginning from the right side 0 because B is on right side. It will be somewhere like this. From point B, I need to draw 50 degree. Here it is. After that, I'm gonna locate point C by taking distance 4.8 in the rounder. Draw the arc on that arm, and that arc is nothing but point C. From point C now, I'm gonna keep protractor. Okay, exact center point of the protractor will be on point C. Arrange it in such a way that reference line will be overlapping this segment BC, right? And B is downward, so downward 0 you will use to begin the counting, right? So 140 will be located somewhere here, and to your surprise, it will intersect the ray starting from A, right? That is angle A, and that will be the point D. And this is the rough diagram. Now I hope you have understood the structure, the pattern of working, and now let's move on to do it practically.
As per our rough diagram, we are going to draw segment AB first of all, that is 6.4 centimeter, the way we are looking. After that, we will draw angle A equals to 70 degree, the way it is given in the question. Keep the protractor's center point on vertex A and try to overlap the reference line exactly on the segment or the side AB, the way you are looking in that screen now. Once you feel that the overlapping is done perfectly, only then you proceed further to count the angle. Now here A is the angle I need to draw and point B is on right side. So from right side 0 I will start counting. The counting is done, 70 degrees marked, and the marked location is joined with vertex A. Now we will draw second angle, that is angle B. For that again protractor will be kept on point B. Center of the protractor is on vertex B. Reference line is overlapping and point A on the left side. So from left side 0 I will start counting, and angle 50 is marked. After marking that angle 50, I need to draw that marked location to vertex B. Be very careful while joining these locations, that is marked location and the vertex B. Now after this we will try to locate point C on the arm B. Okay, for that the length BC is given to me. Now my work is to take that distance BC in the rounder. After taking that distance properly, keep the metal tip on B afterwards and mark its distance on its arm. So over here the distance is taken properly. Once distance taken, keep the metal tip on point B and mark its location on that arm of the B. Now that is point C, distance is 4.8, and now from point C the third angle, that is 140 degree, we need to draw. Now this time keep the protractor again properly so that reference line will match BC. B is on downward side, so downward 0 will be counted by us. So from that 0 counting will begin from the down 0 towards the B side. Yes, exactly. And now check where the 140 and the 140 is marked. that marked location of 140 will be joined to vertex C, and the moment you join to that vertex C, you will observe that it is intersecting with angle A, and that intersection is nothing but vertex D. And in this manner we have completed the diagram by locating point D also.
Boys and girls, this is second question of 8.1. I need to draw quadrilateral DEFG, and two diagonals are given to me, right? DF and EG. Construction is very easy. What we are going to do, we are going to draw DE first. Okay, why? You can choose any one of them. I chose DE. I felt like that. That is why. Okay, what I'm going to do now, see what to check. Now 2 points are already located by us, only 2 points are remaining. Which are those 2 points? One is F, another one is G. So what I'm going to search in this list, how many sides do we have with point F? One is EF, okay, and one is DF. So what I'm going to do, EF is there, right? Point E is there with me over here. So 6.5 distance will be taken in the rounder. Keep the point meter tip on point E and then draw the arc. Now after drawing that, take distance DF, keep the meter tip on point D because D is available from those DF, and draw the arc. Those arc will intersect somewhere here with the point F, and that intersection is nothing but point F. Now as point F is located, now time has come to locate point G. G is over here, right? Two sides are DG and EG. So I'm gonna take distance DG in the rounder 5.5 and keep the metal tip on point D, because from DG point D is available, right? Metal tip is kept on point D, the arc is drawn, and somewhere here it will be there, right? After that, from E I need to draw 7.8, right? I will take distance in the rounder 7.8. I'll keep metal tip on point A and then again draw the arc. These arc will intersect somewhere here with point G, and then you have to just join these 2 points. After that, only one thing is remaining, that is to join GF, and once you join it, your quadrilateral is ready. Isn't it easy? Yes.
So for the quadrilateral DEFG, we are going to draw segment DE first. Don't forget to take proper distance, that is 4.5, and after drawing DE, we are going to take distance 7.2 in the rounder to plot point F and D from point D and E respectively. So distance DF is 7.2, so 7.2 arc is drawn. Now we are going to draw EF. For that we'll take distance 6.5 very cautiously, carefully. Now lift the metal tape and keep it on the point E and mark the arc. So that gives you point F's location. Okay, after that we have to join those points so that segment DF, that is diagonal actually of that quadrilateral, and segment EF, that is side of that quadrilateral, is drawn by us. Now we will try to locate point G. For that we will again take distance DG, mark it properly 5.5, and then take distance 7.8 in the rounder, keep it on E for the distance EG, and mark the location for point G. Once the distance is taken carefully, keep the metal tip on point E and mark it. That intersection gives the point G, and now our work is to join those points DG and EG. DG is nothing but side of that quadrilateral, EG is the diagonal of that quadrilateral, and once these are joined, now last work is to join segment GF also, that is side GF, and then my quadrilateral is completed. Don't forget to mention the values of side in the diagram. I hope you understood it.